What do y'all think of fire signs? Like, you're out on a date and they say, I'm a Leo or I'm an Aries. Now, most of the girls ask about your sign in the first conversation so they can start making assumptions about who you are, what you do, and if y'all gonna work together. Ironically, for Thirsty Thursday on Dear Black Gay Men podcast, this episode is produced by a Leo, featuring an Aries and a Sagittarius, so my Virgo ass can figure out why fire signs are so crazy. We're pouring it up for Thirsty Thursday. If you want to drink what I'm drinking and support a black queer-owned business, we'll have exclusive cocktails tagged on my IG, provided by Botl'd. Botl'd is a craft cocktail brand that ships mixed drinks directly to your front door. Whether you like it dark or light, they've got you covered. You can use our code at checkout to save 15% and free shipping on your first purchase. Now, let's get into it. In today's scorching episode, we're turning up the heat and letting the flames burn, but don't worry, we have some sexy team of firefighters on standby just in case things get a little crazy. This is Fire Signs Explained, and the show starts right now. What up, though? I am Jay the Gentleman. That's at JAI the Gentleman on IG and Facebook. Welcome to Thirsty Thursday, right here on Dear Black Gay Men podcast. Fun fact, this episode is produced by a Leo, featuring an Aries and a Sagittarius, and now I'm outnumbered as the lone Virgo on the call. Please welcome my guests. Hopefully, now we have some technical difficulties in the pre-show, but hopefully we got two guests. But Aaron is definitely here. Aaron, how you doing?
Hey Jay, I
So
am doing great.
everybody who knows that you are the person I rely on at almost the most. Almost the most. We got a whole team that makes Dear Black Gay Men possible, but you are a huge part of it. How is life being on the receiving end of the J Inquisition?
Aw. I think that you're one of my favorite bosses, you know? I feel that there is a lot that you require of me, but I also feel that you equip me with what I need to do to be successful. So
Oh,
I am happy. You know, you posted that whole thing about, we're in the meeting. You're like, I really like working on this team. I do. I do. It's one of the first teams where I don't feel like I need y'all to be the pallbearers at my funeral so you can let me down one last time. So I'm
I hope we never
happy.
let you down. You haven't let me down yet, so I hope we never let you down
No.
either.
Y'all are the joy of my day. So I'm happy.
Oh, before it becomes too much of a love fest,
I know,
I
right?
know I'm gonna need a cocktail for all this fire sign energy that's gonna be going on in this show. What are you
Hmm.
sipping on, Aaron?
Child, I am sipping on a Premier Protein shake because, I got goals out here, okay? Trying to get this summer body together.
You better than me, cause I definitely got a cocktail. But special thanks to Bottled for being a continued sponsor of Thirsty Thursday here on Dear
Yes.
Black Gay Men podcast and making it possible for you guys to taste deliciously crafted cocktails. To pick up your Bottled cocktail, visit bottled.co and use our exclusive coupon code at checkout for 15% off and free shipping. Remember, bottle cocktails, shake and pour over ice. Aaron, are you ready for this?
Ooh, child, let me buckle in. Ooh.
Okay, let's get into the episode. Okay, teammates, been a lot happening in the gay world. I want to hear from everybody's opinion on some of the current events. Aaron, Don Lemon just launched his new podcast, The Don Lemon Show, and his first guest is Elon Musk. Are we tired of Elon yet?
Child. I've been telling people for years, Elon Musk is like a Atlanta scammer girly. Like he keep getting on them stages every year telling y'all, oh my God, this new car is coming still in here. Like this is
Yes, the
coming,
roadster
get
still
your
ain't here.
deposit in. Get your deposit in. Like, oh yes, it is coming, it is coming, it's coming. Like, as somebody who works in, product management, I know that whatever date my engineers give me, I'm going to add, 6 months, a year, whatever to those things. I'm gonna add some buffer. But I feel like with Elon, it just goes into like, why I gotta add all this buffer? Like, when are you gonna, deliver on something you promised? Because it's really giving market manipulation.
Is he
That's what it's
like the
giving.
is he the new version? Like it is this the new kind of like white privilege? Like black people say we're gonna do something and we under deliver and they run us through the mud. White people, especially rich white people, say they don't do something, don't deliver, and all of a sudden we still putting down payments on cars that ain't don't exist yet.
Yeah, this is 100% reeks of white privilege. But it's also, people like the SEC, checked him and, took away his Twitter privileges, or took away his board position because of his Twitter privileges. But you have to look at it. The title isn't what makes it market manipulation, it's his influence. And so because he has that influence, he can continue to manipulate the market. And
Well,
there's, plenty of instances.
the interesting thing is Don Lemon might be one of the most prominent black gay journalists on the planet.
Hmm.
Like I can't think of too many more off the top of my head. And so for Don Lemon, openly black gay man sitting down with one of the most prominent, most powerful people on the planet, and then he gets all, the conversation was fucked up. I'll just say that the
Mm,
conversation was fucked up. Let's move on. I don't want to dwell too much on
yes.
Elon. Okay, so X-Men, the cartoon, is almost every little gay boys grew up on. They just released X-Men '97 as a continuation of the animated series with Morph, the
Mhm.
shape-shifting mutant, as non-binary character. Now, I don't even understand non-binary.
Mm.
Do you?
S- I get what non-binary is. I think I'm just the type of person, if you tell me how you want to be addressed, that's how we're gonna go about it. Like I can't dive deep into, why did you choose that, or what was your process behind it. I haven't done any of that. But if you say, hey, I want to go by they them, I'm going to do my best when I address you to meet that request, if that makes sense. Now how this shows up in the world, it's still a bit iffy to me because if you show up as one thing, then like if you present as what society would define as a woman, then people are going to think of you as a woman in that instance. Or if you show up as a man or show up somewhere in between what society views as that, then people are going to address you in that manner, unless they might have slip up and say like, oh, she, but then it's like, oh wait, no, they view as a they. But it's
But I
hard.
mean, but the problem that I have, like, I understand what it means because again, this is cis privilege. I'll acknowledge that I got
Hmm.
cisgender privilege, but
Yes,
I
we
fully
both do.
understand what it means to feel like a man. Like I am a man, I feel like a man, and those things are aligned. I can
Yeah,
understand what it means to be one and feel like the other because again, in my binary mind, I get it. What I don't understand is how you end up or how you identify as something in the middle that still bakes my noodle a little bit. Now, to
yeah,
your point, I do respect someone if they decide they want to, if someone says that my pronouns are they them, sure. I can
yeah,
respect that, but deep in my head I still don't get it. I authentically do
yeah,
not get it. And I don't know how to I don't know how to resolve that. Now, the fact that Morph is now the interesting thing about that is the fact that Morph, who is a shapeshifter, is
hmm,
non-binary absolutely makes sense to me because Morph as
yes.
a mutant is can be a woman here, a man there, and it's still the same person. It makes so much sense.
Yeah, and I think that, the way X-Men, and I might sound a little political for a second, but the way X-Men shines a light through, metaphors of the dichotomies that exist in our society. Like they
Hmm.
say like X-Men kind of depicts different um social what's the word? Social activism, right?
Yeah.
With Professor X, leaning to the more peaceful, whereas Magneto is very much, we're gonna meet your violence with
Professor X is
violence.
Dr. Martin Luther King, and Magneto
Exactly.
is Malcolm X or Huey Newton or somebody who wants to burn this whole bitch down. I'm here for it.
Exactly.
I'm
So
here
I
for it.
I
It
feel,
makes sense.
using art to explain culture makes sense. And
Yeah.
that bridge that gap for you, and it may bridge the gap for some people. I mean, the people on the internet is
On the
complaining like,
internets.
why they gotta make somebody else non-binary? Why they gotta be gay? Why they gotta be that? Like, why can't you just be comic book? And
Blah
I'm just
blah
like,
blah. Fuck them girls. But speaking of art, Now, Billy Porter just signed a deal to star and co-write the James Baldwin biopic. But he's been criticized because some people say he doesn't have the acting abilities for it. What do you think, Aaron?
Oh, okay. So I am not going to come for Billy Porter's acting abilities for it, but that one interview where he was just like, "Oh, um they were asking him what did he do to prepare for the role, and it seems that they were asking about like James Baldwin's activism and his political stances and how they were not how they did Martin Luther King to make it
Mm-hmm.
seem like he was the most loved person on the planet when really like y'all killed him. Y'all hated him. Y'all hated
Yes.
this man. Y'all bombed his house multiple times.
Yes.
Like, let's not pretend like he was just the most loved person. And so I just saw, there was commentary on social media about how, they don't want the whitewashing of James Baldwin or just, showing the good parts in the movie. It's like this man done been hidden in the shadows for so long. We
Yes.
are not going to disrespect his legacy by acting like he was not about it.
So now I will say I fully agree with what you're saying that if we're gonna do a James Bond biopic, it needs to be right. Just like
Hmm.
Bayard just came out, the movie that's on Netflix,
Yes.
and I really appreciate Bayard, and I can't remember his name. What's his name that portrayed Bayard?
Hmm.
Coleman Domingo.
Coleman
I
Domingo.
appreciate
Yeah.
Coleman Domingo and how he brought that character to life. Now,
Yes.
I personally, on a personal level, am just tired of Billy Porter. Everything about that girl has to be, she gives very pick me energy, and I can't stand it.
Mm.
And in my head, because her personality is that this very pick me, it feels like she's looking for roles that may or may not be within her wheelhouse, but she wants to get a headline. And I don't think this particular story is appropriate for that. Pose was a great headline getter for her.
Hmm.
But him, I should say him because we just got done talking about gender. But Pose is a great headline getter for him, Billy Porter, but or them. I do not intend to misgender Billy Porter. Let me be clear about that.
Hmm.
But I just think that the James Baldwin biopic is not one of those that we should take lightly. And
Hmm.
I also think that there are a million other actors that should be doing that role. But I mean, if he gonna
Yeah.
sign the deal to write the show, then
Yeah.
he might. I
Um,
mean, he done made his way. It's just like me. If I wanted, can't nobody replace me on the podcast. So
exactly. I think that yeah, sometimes it comes down to who wrote the check, but I think that's why it's important that we democratize creativity and democratize art to make sure that hey, there might be other people who could do this, but we want to hear from them. And so,
yes.
there may be more. This one may spark other creatives to be like, you know what, I didn't like the way they told that story. I'm gonna tell it my way. And then we may see some play coming up real soon. We live in Atlanta, child.
Yeah, I
So
mean, well, a play isn't too far a stretch. What Joe says he needs the money, no shade. I mean, now T.S. Madison did remark on that bottom row of teeth, but I'll just report the news.
that
I don't know.
hold on. That wasn't T.S. Madison. That was Craig that
That was
said that.
Craig
But
on Fact Talk, but
yes,
he might be trying to. Billy Porter might be trying to get that bottom row of teeth done. Who knows?
he was on there talking about them sent checks and those things that was coming in, and you know the folks was like, baby, is your money manager running off with your money? What's going on,
Uh-oh.
honey?
Okay, we're not gonna spread them kind of rumors. Either way, let's keep let's keep the show on the road. At any rate, I will say that as much as I want Billy Porter to have been a fire sign, he's a Virgo like me, so I can't talk about him too bad. But needless to say, watch this. Check this out.
I'm the main character in everybody's life. The fuck? I'm a fire sign. Of course, when I'm being mean to you, it's really me flirting with you. Are you not paying attention? I'm a fire sign. Of course, I'm gonna always have the last word.
Boy, please.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Please.
Oh.
Ow.
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 Oh. I'm a fire sign. Of course, I'm gonna argue with you until your head falls off because I'm always right and you're wrong. I know everything and you don't. I'm a fire sign. Of course, I don't know how to take accountability and be self aware of my actions and words. I'm a fire sign. Of course, I like to fight. Bitch, where you pull up, what you wanna do?
Fire signs are either fighters, the center of attention, or freaks. And to see if there's any validity to that, grab your cocktail and let's have a conversation. Aaron,
I
what do
feel
you think?
attacked.
Why you feel attacked? That was a fire sign making the video. I don't make the news. I just report it. But you feel okay. So what do you think is the biggest misconception about fire signs?
Oh, I think the biggest misconception about fire signs is that we have this kind of like spirit where we have to control everything. And yes, I will say, I got self awareness to know that, we can be a little controlling.
Uh-huh.
But I feel that we can be a little controlling because we know best. Like, we know what is supposed to be going on and what's supposed to be happening. So we're just doing the world a favor by taking control and doing what needs to be done. That's
So
it.
the funny thing is, so my sister, who is I tell people in our family structure, I am the first intern because she's my older sister. But my sister is a Leo, and we have had one argument ever that I can recall.
Mm.
And it was like what happens when an unstoppable force meets an unmovable object. And it was like, what is we gonna do? Like, we are stuck at an absolute impasse. The comments are coming in. Chiago, hit them comments because I want to know what the people think. So you're saying that fire signs, the biggest misconception is that y'all need to be in control. But every one of y'all that I know is controlling. Every single one.
Mm.
You hear that, Royce? I hope you hear that.
We, but we
Off
can't
camera.
control the gifts that God has given us. Okay, the gift of being in
Girl.
charge. Okay, we can't control
Girl.
that.
You can't
We
control the
cannot.
gifts that God has given you.
The gift of being in charge. Okay.
The gift.
Thank you,
See,
Cortez. Thank you.
y'all be in charge. Y'all be driving the car off a fucking cliff and be like, but I'm in control though.
Now we know when to tell Jesus to take the wheel, okay? But y'all ain't Jesus, so y'all can't take the wheel.
Shut. Okay. Just for clarity, Jesus is a Capricorn, so there's that.
Jesus was not born in December. Y'all need to stop that madness, okay? He
Okay,
was not.
as a fire sign, how does your desire to be stimulated impact your sex and your dating life?
Whew.
Just
So
know, for
I
everybody watching, all these questions were written by a fire sign. So if there's some softball questions in there, just know it's not my fault. I got some follow-ups. He a Leo, and we have a Sagittarius somewhere in the internets, but just for clarity, I just want to be clear about that. But how does being a fire sign impact your dating life?
so I will say that it's part fire sign because we are impulsive. I can accept that. But it's also part I got bad ADHD. I will if I am not talking to a man every day, I can easily forget that he exists. My friends will a common statement of my friends is just like, "Oh, how are things going with that guy that you were telling me about?" And I'll look at them like, "What guy? What are you talking about?" Like
You
who?
do that?
Yeah, I do not like, and it's not a shade thing. It's like literally, I will forget because I'm impulsive, and so I'm just like, oh. I need to, this new guy. But I would say with maturity comes the fact that I need to, put in rhythms of like, hey, I like this guy. I'm going to remind myself that I'm, feeling this guy. And I'm going to make sure that I'm reaching out to him and make sure that I'm connecting with him so that I do not forget because I know that this impulsive nature can take over and 2 weeks will fly by and I done left this man on red or I done forgot he existed and it will happen. So that impulsive side can really, really like, pour cold water on a good dating situation.
The interesting thing about all of that is I do have like again, I'm not a fire sign, I'm a Virgo. So in my head, I know as I mature there are just some Virgo qualities I have to unlearn. And so what after the break, I want to hear from Aaron, see if there's some fire sign qualities that he had to unlearn. Come on. Some fire sign qualities that he had to unlearn to see if he can be a more evolved dater. If the temperature of this conversation has you heated, share this live right now, both on YouTube and IG. It's only going to get hotter. This is Fire Signs Explained, and we will be right back. I think I lead a pretty normal life. I'm a podcaster and a content creator. I'm pursuing my passions. So many of us, Black gay people, either live with a reality or a fear of HIV. Any movement toward a future where HIV is less of a part of who we are, I don't know that I can think of anything more impactful to our culture. Hit the notification bell because we're going live.
Like that's the least of my worries. The size.
Oh, I think relationships are becoming more complex.
Tuesday and Thursday every week.
Welcome to Dear Black Gay Men Live
at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Hey, teammates, welcome back to Dear Black Gay Men podcast. This is Thirsty Thursday. Fire signs. That's what they say that they're about. The script says they're about to take center stage, but the girls seem to think that that's where they belong all the time. I mean, I'm not a fire sign, clearly, but we all know the real answer is they probably should be in the backseat somewhere. We're about to play one of my favorite games. One of my favorite games with Aaron. It's Real Roundup. Hit it. All right. So Royce, the Leo that's controlling the show, is going to play a couple reels about fire signs. I'll ask my guest Aaron if the reel rings true or if it doesn't. For those watching, tap in the comments and let me know if you agree or if it's just a bunch of smoke. You get it? Fire signs, a bunch of smoke. You get it?
You know,
I thought it was so funny.
Nah,
Okay.
it is funny.
Okay, play
Oh
the first
gosh.
one. Play the first one.
Hey, wait! That's mine. That's mine. Let me handle this. You better chill. You better lay low.
You literally bit my arm.
Yes. Do you think I'm gullible?
I think that you can be.
Well,
With the right man.
yeah, no, I'm not gullible. You get stupid. I'm not going to be stupid anymore.
Lord.
Who the thug? Okay, so I saw a whole bunch. I saw some violence in there with You Just Bit Me. I saw The Life of the Party. I saw a whole bunch. Is any of that appropriate?
See, it's not all love in Fire Sign Village. Because, fun fact, I was raised by a Sagittarius and a Scorpio, and I have another Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius sibling. And let's just say we all used to bump heads.
Clearly, because all of y'all want to be in the damn driver's
Ooh,
seat.
we used to bump heads.
All of
And
y'all
so,
want to be in the motherfucking driver's seat.
so I will say the Aries is the most, level-headed of the bunch. We're going to keep our
Of
cool.
course, you would say that. You are Aries.
But exactly, and nobody should have challenged me. So we're gonna keep our cool and we're gonna keep it, calm, cool, and collected, but you're not gonna try us. We're going to come back with it real quick, as you saw the Queen do in that video. Like, I'm not gullible. You might be stupid, but I'm not gullible. Okay?
But now Aretha was quick-witted with everything. Wonderful gowns,
quick.
beautiful gowns.
Beautiful gowns.
Beautiful gowns. Aretha
Beautiful
was quick no
gowns.
matter how you slice it. But I do think there is a whole bunch of spotlight on me energy all up and through these fire signs. Why is that though? What about the spotlight demands y'all to be in it?
See, I have never been a, super spotlighty type of person, but that probably was because all of the other fire signs were sucking up the air in the room. And I just, I just knew how to get myself together and how to, get along to be along. But I would say as I got out of that environment where I was like literally surrounded by other fire signs, that's when my personality, just started to really develop. And I got comfortable being the center of attention. Let's just be clear. I've never put myself as the center of attention. I was just always assigned that role. Somebody in the casting said that I was casted into being the lead role. And that's just how the cookie crumbled. That was just how the coins fell.
Saying.
Girl, that's what you saying.
I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
Somebody in the casting department said that Aaron Malveaux will have the lead role, and it's just what happened.
I see where the show is going. Let's play the next one. Keep going. Play the next one, Royce.
Obviously, I resent. I find that fucked up and offensive. I'm not an attention whore. I'm an attention slut. I don't charge for attention. I get it for free, and I get it from everyone. It's not my fault that I'm in, but it's totally your fucking fault that you're boring.
Girl, miss me with this bullshit. See, I see.
If divine intervention was a thing,
we should have had a neutral third party produce this show. Cause how we gonna have a Leo pulling the strings and an Aries on in the damn spotlight? This is a conspiracy. This is that shit
I will say
I was talking about.
But let's talk about how the video just said exactly what I was saying.
You are a attention slut. That's what it said.
It says, I don't pay for attention. I get it for free. Okay?
Oh, God. Here we go. Okay.
Thank you, Royce. Thank you.
I'll receive that.
Leo
Apparently, I
did
got to
something
endure
right.
the rest of this fire sign ego trip for the next 33 minutes. But okay, got it. Royce,
welcome.
The next one. I couldn't understand that one, but I will say, I will tell you this. I tried one time to date a fire sign. No, a couple times. I'll say I tried a couple times. And dating fire signs is like dating somebody who is a perpetual light-skinned nigga.
Okay, I resent that, number one. I completely resent that. I will say,
y'all are attention sluts. Y'all
dating me
you would
is
think
not.
That fire signs have like good skin and hazel eyes, and they looking for their moment in the spotlight constantly.
No, I mean, you know me, the person. You know that's not me at all. So I don't know.
Now, when they say that them Aries be fighting, I know that to be true. I know that one. One of my friends is a March Aries, and baby, when I tell you, if ever somebody got they dukes up trying to fight me, call TT.
No, for real though. There was a meme that I saw that was so true. It says Aries will go from wanting to, like, when you want an Aries, when they gone from wanting to fight you to fighting for you. And that's what you want. That's what you want. We are the ones you want in your corner.
Now, I will say that. I will say you definitely want an Aries. You want an Aries in your fighting corner. You want a Leo in your arguing corner.
Oh, child.
Because, baby, if a Leo is on your side, they will argue you better than anybody else. Better than you will argue you. Leos will not let anybody be right for anything ever.
But that's again.
Maybe because you like attention too, Jay, y'all were competing. Maybe. I mean, I can't argue with that because I got a whole damn podcast. So, and I'm literally under a spotlight. So, maybe.
Yes. Come on, Charlie. Educate the people.
As a Leo, I think with fire signs, we are just confident and can control the mood of environment. It's not about attention seeking. It's just that people gravitate to our energy.
But I will say, do not argue with any fire
so many
sign.
fire signs in the chat. Who'd have thunk? Who'd have thunk
That's good
there'd be so many
marketing.
fire signs in the chat? I post one little Facebook post, one little Instagram post about fire signs, and next thing I know, it's an army of y'all arguing me down in the damn chat. I don't mind. I can hold my own. Play the next one, Royce.
Okay. Immediately too. If you do not respond with text, the problem, and I am not playing.
Now, are you hard up about texting like that, Aaron?
No, but if I call you and you don't return my call, that's when I can understand a text because you can get distracted. But if I done called you, if I ain't seen you, that's a problem. I'm big not on texting, but on communication.
Okay. And so what, but now you have already said that you have ADHD. So how do those things fit together? You're big on communication, but you just said, if I don't see you every day, then you kind of like cease to exist.
That's why I get mad, because I am literally fighting my internal programming to stay connected with you. You know what I mean? I'm fighting my own demons to stay connected with you. And I don't know if you got ADHD too, but I'm just like, you know what? I'm fighting whatever my brain's default wiring to do is. So I expect some effort on the same.
Now, fire sign or not, that makes total sense to me. That makes absolute sense because I think, now granted enough, I do not have a diagnosed ADHD, so I don't want to make it seem like I do. But I will say that my internal programming is to do me. Like, that's Virgo energy. It's just, I'm gonna do me. And if you don't fit in the process, then you're out of my mind. And so if I'm fighting my internal programming, my Virgo energy, to keep engaged with you and you not giving that back to me, I absolutely understand that. That makes total sense to me.
Yeah. I'm just like,
Is there another one, Royce?
Never, bitch. I would never, cause you can't.
Down. Period.
Bitch. Just love say what they wouldn't do. You wouldn't do it, hoe, cause you can't do it.
Down.
Like that. Oh, if I was how I would, bitch, you would never be in this position. If you was in this position, bitch, you can't handle it.
There was a message somewhere up in that.
I will say, Aaron, just because I know you on so many different levels, you definitely are the amen corner. Like, if I'm in an argument, you is co-signing. I could be dead wrong. Absolutely.
Dead wrong.
And you will be like, bitch, try me if you want to. I'm here for that. Now, other fire signs, like the one behind the screen that I see in the little part, now he gonna argue, be like, nope, you wasn't right. And then I'll be like, why you arguing with me? And he gonna be like, I'm not arguing with you.
I'm not arguing with you.
I'm not arguing. I don't argue. Who argues?
To argue would mean that I'm trying to get you to change my mind. Like, to participate in a debate, you have to go into a debate with the willingness to change your mind. Try to change a Leo's mind.
Or even the possibility to change your mind. And maybe that's the issue. Because his mind is so dead set in his own way that he be like, why would I ever argue? I can't argue. I'm not gonna change nothing. And I'd be like, here we go. I think that's,
because I'm gonna check you.
Take a break.
Yeah, we're gonna.
I think that's the perfect place, because I got some follow-ups after this break. Bring the music on, Royce. Okay, I know by now y'all have some burning questions to ask our guests from this hot segment. You get it? Hot. Put your DBGM hat on and pretend you're me for 3 seconds and drop those questions in the comments. This is Fire Signs. We'll be right back.
What up, though? The conversations stay lit on Dear Black Gay Men podcast. Hookup, entanglement, situation, relationship, everything from dushing to dating.
A top verb, but I am not a top noun. I am a guru at first dates.
It's new every Wednesday. Subscribe now.
Okay, I'm in the comments reading some of them, and one of them says Leos don't argue, we persuade. Baby, when I tell you that did something for me, you can take this overlay down. Welcome back to Dear Black Gay Men, to Thirsty Thursday on Dear Black Gay Men podcast. I'm supposed to push the button. I gotta push the button. When it comes to love, fire signs never lie. I don't even know if that's true. I'm just, at this point, everybody, I'm just reading what's on the script. When it comes to love, fire signs never lie. Get ready to feel the intense emotions that fire signs bring to the table. Aaron. I think the show is completely off the rails by now. But why do fire signs think they are never wrong? That's the first question.
Ooh. Well, I would say, why do I think I'm never wrong? Because before I said something, there was probably 10 Google searches, Wikipedia actual fact finding that went behind what I said. And so if I said it, I'm not wrong. If I said it, if you got something to pose, it might be a technicality or something like that, but I'm not wrong.
But is that you or is that fire signs?
I think there is a fire sign that because we have this like strong creative sense and this sense to lead, it makes us, kind of like not second guess things, but just make sure that our cookies and that our eggs are like, stacked right before we put ourselves out there, because we know that we're going to challenge the status quo or challenge what else is going on around us. So there's a certain preparation, kind of like how you describe Virgo energy, but a little different.
Well, like I can't stand a readable position. Like I
Exactly.
will never be in a readable position. You will never be able to piece me together. That's why these graphics be on point. Why the light gotta be right. Why I always am upgrading this mic. You ain't gonna put me in no goddamn readable position. But now, how does that translate to your relationships though? Like if you're constantly keeping a receipt, then do you ever give space to just be in the moment?
Child, it takes me back to what Molly and them therapists said on Insecure. Do you want to be right or do you want to be in relationship? And I would say in my friendships, like multiple of my friends have checked me, like, and told me like, baby, this whole thing, like, you might like what you're saying is right and you're not wrong, but it's all about like, as a friend, number one, did I ask you that? And number two, am I ready to receive that? Like one of my friends told me like, hey, you were telling me that my man was trash. And what you were saying was 100% valid. And it was something that I knew to be true myself. But I resented you because you were saying that. And number one, I didn't ask you that. And number two, I wasn't ready to do anything about it. Like I was in an emotional state with where like, I wasn't ready to handle those emotions. I was dealing with other emotions. And so it's not just about being right and different things like that. It's about, being empathetic and being, having tact and things like that. Because, everybody ain't always, you're right, but everybody ain't trying to hear that all the time.
So does that mean that you are okay? Because it feels like you're saying that a part of you has to step out of the spotlight. Because being right is a spotlight all by itself. Or being in charge, that's a spotlight. Being dominant, that's a spotlight. But it sounds like you have to learn to step out of that to be in connection with someone. Is that something that comes naturally to fire signs?
Oh, no. Not at all. That was something that I had to learn. Like, I definitely had to learn that, and it was hard to learn. And so it's just like putting your ego aside, putting things aside so that you can get what you truly value. Because what you truly want is that connection with somebody, not your connection to your ego or not to be right. And so, putting those things down, me asking myself, hey, is this an unsolicited opinion? That's my question I ask myself. Is this unsolicited? And if it is, I'm like, shut up. You might be right, but shut up. It ain't time to say that. Just shut up.
Okay. So I hope you're ready. Everybody, I hope everybody is ready because we have a surprise happening here on Dear Black Gay Men podcast. It is Aries season. And as you just talked about, being in connection is important. And a very important Aries has his birthday coming up. Aaron, you saw something
Yes.
in my closet that you said that you wanted. So from everybody on Team Black Game, are you there on the phone? Are you there? Hold on. I hope you there. Go ahead. Hit it.
Oh, is someone at the door for me?
Is somebody at the door for
Oh
you?
my God. Oh my God. Thank you. Oh my God.
For
Hi. Good.
everybody
How are
watching,
you?
we gifted Aaron
Oh my. Okay.
the All I Want Is
Come on.
Everything tote bag filled with goodies from a good friend of
Oh.
ours at Making It Happen Project.
Oh my God, y'all. This is so sweet.
Happy birthday, pumpkin! Happy
Oh my.
birthday!
Stop. You can't make a fireside cry. That's
Happy birthday! I love it so much. This
I don't follow trends. Oh my. Thank you so much.
is great.
I'm glad I have on clothes.
That was great. That was great. I think that's a perfect place to take a break. Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
Did you know that there are more than 38.4 million people living with HIV globally? Or that 13% of people who have HIV in the US don't know it? Did you know that there are HIV vaccine clinical trials throughout the US to find a vaccine that can stop HIV? Or that they need volunteers? Learn more about how you can help at helpendhiv.org.
That was so good. That was so great. Yay, yay, yay. I'm so excited about that. Okay. I'm lost everything in my script. Roshod, that is who rang on the doorbell. He's from Making It Happen Project. And he was there to present Aaron with his special gift. The All I Want Is Everything bag. We'll have Rashad's store, Making It Happen Project, linked in the description on YouTube. But thank you so much to Making It Happen Project for helping us celebrate Aaron his birthday. This is a big one. I'm not going to tell his age because I think that's against the gay rules, but it's a big one. Now, we have come to our segment called Burning Questions here on Thirsty Thursday on Dear Black Gay Men Podcast. Oh, hey, Aaron.
Oh, y'all didn't surprise my controlling behind. That's a feat in itself.
I mean, we try to do right by you. But
this was so sweet.
Are you excited?
I am.
Oh, I'm excited for you. I'm excited that we were able to do that for you. It was, for everybody watching, this was very, very difficult to surprise Aaron because he got the password to every fucking thing in my life. So pulling that off was hard as hell. Okay, but this is our time to hear from our viewers. Chiago, our social media manager, has picked the best question from the chat, and now me and Aaron will answer it about fire signs. Hit it, Chiago. We got an overlay too. But Cortez says, burning question, when do you look past their sign and see the person? Aaron?
Ooh. Who child? I think for me, I don't even like to ask. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to even ask your sign. Because I believe, yes, I don't want to know. I want to get to know you, the person, first. Because if I ask your sign, I'm gonna start attaching you to all the people that I know and all the things, and my mind is going to write a story about you, and that is completely false and fabricated. So I have to, like, even if they tell me their sign, I have to remind myself constantly, okay, they are not this person. They are not this person. They are not this person. But I think the funny thing is with the people in my life that I associate negatively with the sign, I think the gift that God has given me is that I have so many the positive examples outweigh the negative ones.
Okay,
So,
because that was going to be my next question. Is there a sign that you have a strong reaction to?
I don't think water signs love y'all. Is Cancer a water sign? I think Cancer is a water sign.
No.
I don't know. Oh, they're not? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Cancer is, because Gemini is an air sign. So, yes, Cancer is a water
Yes.
sign.
Okay. So, the cancers I associate with water because they say crybaby cancer. So tears, water, cancer. Yeah. Cancers love, but the Pisces, I don't know. You gotta wow me. You gotta surprise me with a bag at my house in the middle of a show, for for a Pisces to get a
Are
chance.
you flirting
Ooh,
with me, Aaron? Are you flirting with me? Okay, everybody, let me know in the comments. Is there a sign that you have a strong reaction to? Mine is Gemini, only because I've dated so many of them. So many Gemini. You want to know a story about Gemini? You want to know?
Oh yeah, child. I got plenty, but tell me one.
So it's not about any particular Gemini, but I have dated 6 Gemini in my life. 5 of them have the exact same birthday, June 11th, the same year. Ooh. You would think that they are quintuplets. And then the last one that inspired the podcast that I thought I was going to marry, he was born 2 weeks before that. So I have been around the world and back with Gemini. There's a lot of Pisces, and there's a lot of Pisces are the sign that you have a strong reaction to. Now, for those people who say Pisces, they got a reaction to, is it a positive reaction or a negative reaction? Let me know in the comments. I really want to know. Okay. Okay. But I do want to follow up back to, you can take down that overlay, Royce, but I do want to follow up back to one question because I think we didn't get it enough air. Are there aspects of being a fire sign, a Aries, that you've either had to evolve or unlearn so that you could be in better connection with the person?
Oh yes. I would say that I definitely talked about the impulsive side, and the ego side that I've had to. Oh, hey, Sammy.
I'm back.
You missed the whole
Yeah.
party. Literally, you missed the whole party.
I know.
But
Life
everybody,
of a
this is
Sag.
Samii Austin. He is a resident Sagittarius on the call. We'll get some. We might have a whole nother show with you because you missed a lot of it. But go ahead, Aaron. The question for everybody though was: is there aspects of your sign that you may have had to unlearn? Aaron, you were talking this. Samii, I'm going to you.
Yes. So, the weird thing is, I talked about what I had to unlearn, but I want to say something I had to get reconnected with. The aspect of my sign that I didn't lean into until I started reading things on CoStar, right, was like channeling my creativity. I felt like I was very lost for a while because I wasn't like really channeling my creativity. And so it led me, when I moved to Atlanta, girls move to Atlanta and change their life. So I moved to Atlanta and I did my first play. And somehow in this play, again, don't blame me, blame God. Somehow in this play, I just joined as a, whatever male actor they needed me to be. And I ended up in the lead role. And this was not me doing anything. I just was put in the lead role. So, God wants a fire sign in charge.
I'm really trying to hold back my eye rolls because
I would say getting back in touch with my creativity really helped me be more well-rounded and balanced, and realizing how I can bring creativity into all of the aspects of my life. That really helped me as I, journey to, find myself again.
Okay. Samii, are there any aspects of being a Sagittarius that, are stereotypical aspects of Sagittarius that you've either had to evolve out of or unlearn so that you could be, a better you?
I think one that I've had to not necessarily evolve out of, but had to have a sense of evolution I had to tame is that spontaneity. Like I love like the randomness of a lot of things. I can pick up something today. Like I just be like, hey, I want to learn potting. I'm about to go to a potting class. I'm about to pick it up and I'm about to go
That's
with
a
it.
very, very specific. Did you pick that up? Did you pick up potting?
No, but I'm kind of interested in it. Look, no lie, I like literally have been looking at it on TikTok, and I was like, I wanna try that. But the thing is, like everything, and I think this is where it's like a double-edged sword. Everything that we, at least for me, everything that I try and I kind of go after, I end up being really good at. So it's like that part of me I don't want to let go because it's like I have so many avenues. If one thing doesn't work, I could pick up something else. But I think, and I know y'all was talking about water signs, Cancer specifically. My fiance is a Cancer, and he
Shout
has
out to
had.
fiance, because y'all just
Period.
posted that you closed on your house just recently.
Hey.
Congratulations to Sammy and fiance.
Thank you. But yeah,
Black
he's
love
had
is
to.
revolutionary.
He had to tame me a little bit. Like his water didn't put out my flame, but he definitely calmed it. Cause I used to be like, if I'm gonna pick up tomorrow, and I'm just, I'm out. But he made
Sounds
me
like an
sit and
Aquarius I dated once.
it made me sit and think about things. And it's like, okay, so why are we doing this? How are we gonna go about this? What is the end game gonna be? Now, does it stop me from actually going for it? No. But do I think about it more? Absolutely.
Okay. I mean, I'm here for it. I will tell you again. The show is about fire signs, but I'm the host, so clearly I'm gonna put in my 2 cents. One, we didn't ask about Virgo, but I'm gonna tell y'all the aspect of Virgo that I had to unlearn because I am hypercritical of everything. Like I am super analytical. I can see the most minute, insignificant details, and if it ain't right, it ain't right. And the one thing that I have learned and it's not in relationship, but it's in especially working on a team of fire signs, because half of my team is fire signs, is they want to be in charge. So let them.
Yeah.
Y'all are attention sluts. So bitch, I'm about to
No,
slut y'all all the way completely out.
I don't know why people say that.
Cause that's what the meme said, and Aaron agreed.
I think that that's completely false. Just because so look, this is my thing. Might be a sad thing, so don't hold me. If you a star, you got to live in that light. A star is gonna attract that attention. I didn't ask for it. If I walk out the door,
Yes.
I'm not asking for anything, but I'm gonna shine in my light that was given to
But
me.
you are
And
you are literally a headliner, Sam. You like are a
Mm.
performer that stands in a spotlight who chose a path of being on stage in
no,
the
no, no.
damn spotlight. Like it all tracks. It
I
all
didn't I didn't
tracks.
I didn't ask for God to give me this gift of artistry. He gave it to me, so I'm living in it.
Okay, but hear me good. Now, but God gave everybody a gift.
No.
Everybody has something that they are gifted at. Now, have they found it and tapped into it? Maybe not. But everybody got a gift, so wouldn't that mean that all of us should be standing in the spotlight?
Keyword should be.
Don't be mad at us because we the
If
ones
you're
that walked into it.
Hey, if you're not,
I'm
then
not mad. I'm just saying.
I definitely push people to do that. But if you're not, I mean,
I'm just saying. All I know is, again, half the team fire signs, and they want to be in charge. Like, I don't know if God gave them the right to be in charge or the ability or the authority to be in charge, but somehow or another, the spotlight gonna find them, and I'm the dumbass if I try to move it. So I might as well just let them shine.
the Lord,
You
May
picked a
as
great
well.
team, Jay.
It's paid
you
off for
did,
me. The
you
show is
did.
flawless.
Because I'm about to say the thing about it, you ain't gonna ever say that nothing ran right with a team full of
Correct.
fire signs. We're gonna make sure that that shit get done. So
I'm with you when you're right now. I want to say thank you to who is this? Mr. Lee 827. He sent us a little love offering. I appreciate you so much keeping
Thank
the channel
you.
running. Thank you, Mr. Lee 827. Remember, anybody can send us a gift and it works cuz we got to keep the show on the road anyway. But Sammy, because you came again, no shade, but we had some technical difficulties, but you
we
here
did,
now.
we
You here
did.
now. And we enjoy having you. I do want to ask, do you think that your career path as an artist is partly because it is influenced by the fact that, you know, you have this propensity towards spotlights?
I would say so, yes. Because even before rapping, I was a dancer. And again, don't hold me, happened to be a very great dancer. So I always held that front
If you
row
if you if you were to
center
pat
spot.
yourself on the back, I mean, you're so modest, Sammy.
You
You're
know,
so modest.
I'm just saying, I'm just telling you what the people told me. They this
I love
this
it.
this they production, they put me in the front and the center. I'm just
Aaron
saying.
just said that. He
I'm
literally
just
just said
saying.
that about something totally different.
I'm just saying, y'all put me in the front and in the center, so you can't put me in a position and expect me not to fulfill the position I was given.
I'm here
So
for it.
if I'm gonna walk in, if I'm gonna walk in that, then yeah, I'm gonna take it. But yeah, that and I just think that the love of performing just it expanded to different things. But
Okay.
for sure.
Okay. Now again, I've poked fun at him at Royce, but Royce is an amazing photographer, also in a creative space, and Lion Vision Photos, Lion's Vision, Lion Vision. It's one lion that has a vision. Lion Vision Photos is his photography agency. He shoots all of our thumbnails, and to the same end, I will say that I don't know if he went to school for photography. I don't know if he picked it up randomly one day, but the motherfucker can do something with a camera. I had him.
And
He had me in a damn trash can for a thumbnail. He made me put on a jock strap and straddle in the for a thumbnail. He made me pick him up to reenact the BGC thumb. Like the motherfucker got a good creative eye.
Yes.
yeah,
So Lion Vision Photos on Instagram. If anybody needs any good photography, if you want good photography,
yeah. The photos eat. They do.
if you want good
Yes.
photography, you can book Lion Vision Photos. If you don't, you can book anybody else. Okay, Cortez is the person whose question we picked for burning questions. Cortez, I want to thank you so much for your question. You just won something. Aaron got a birthday gift, but you just won something. We will find out what after the break. That was burning questions. For those of us, if you want to join the stream and ask your burning questions, follow me on IG at JAI the Gentleman and join our broadcast channel, or join Dear Black Gay Men Insiders Group on Facebook. Links to both of those are in the description. We will be right back.
Get in the conversation.
This comment says, I did a good job. It's time for a congratulatory ejaculation session.
Chat live on the show and get exclusive
The
content.
bottoms are going to eat me up for this in the chat.
Join the Dear Black Gay Men Insiders Group on Facebook.
Whew. Okay, this has been a big show. It's been a big show, and bitch, I'm tired. I would like to thank my guest, Aaron Malveaux. Samii joined us late, but he is always welcome here on Dear Black Gay Men Podcast. You can connect with both of them on IG. Links to their socials are in the description. For Cortez, who just won our Black on Black bundle. It's the black hat and hoodie that includes our black signature hat that you always see me wear, the black hoodie. I'm not wearing the hoodie today because it's like 78 degrees here in Atlanta, Georgia. But for everyone, you can pick up your own hat and hoodie bundle at dearblackgaymen.shop. Use code BLACKONBLACK for 50% off the hat with the purchase of the black hoodie. That is dearblackgaymen.shop, and use the code BLACKONBLACK. Shout out to that. You can take the banner down. All right, teammates. Beyonce. She flexed the biggest flex that may have ever been flexed before. Let me paint a picture. She comes to the CMAs, and the country girls weren't cutting for her. So instead of attempting to win over a room full of white people who colonize a genre of music, she takes 5 years to craft an album that is expected to celebrate the black origins of country music. Then she closes her love letter on Instagram by saying, I'm above genre. I'm beyond anything you small-minded white people could ask or think. She said, and I quote, "This is not a country album. This is a Beyonce album. We've dedicated this hour to fire signs," and that's cute. But always remember, dear Black gay men, the world was built by a Virgo. That was our show. I am Jay the Gentleman. That's at JAI the Gentleman on IG and Facebook. If you want to support Dear Black Gay Men podcast, the easiest way is to pick up a hat or a hoodie. You can shop now at dearblackgaymen.shop. Follow at I am Jay the Gentleman. This is Dear Black Gay Men podcast, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.